Cup in association with Ollie Pidgley Racing and hosted by Next Gen Racing Leagues. So last week we were absent. We were visiting Oulton Park. Unfortunately, Ollie wasn't able to race in the Real World Clio Cup, but last week the bad luck continued for rsjim and unfortunately just wasn't able to make it. So we'll see if his luck continues tonight. So we're just into the qualifying session at the moment, so let's have a look at the leaders at the moment. So we've got FRT Jelly Ridges, only done 2 laps at the moment of this Oulton Park Island layout with the circuit. We've got Amiga Double done in second, so 133, just over a 133 dead at the moment, taking top spot, but a lot of them just really doing that out lap, so we'll definitely see the tables change. Just myself on commentating duty tonight, so we've just got 25 minutes left of the qualifying, so let's get monitoring and see what's going on. So Glazing has taken the top spot with a 132.8. So just light cloud for the race at Oulton Park today. So Glazing approaches the hairpin, heavy braking. Use as much as the trackers can without getting a penalty. And over hilltop. And he has taken second. We've got Jim, 131. So last couple of rounds, been unlucky for Jim. He wasn't available to race in the last round, and then the round before that's so round 7. He has a bit of an incident, and it moved him down to 6th place, which is his lowest finish in it at the moment. So he'll be looking to get back onto winning form, but the others know he's not invincible now. So especially the likes of Glazing, he'll definitely be going in for 1st place. Amiga doing well at the moment, out in 3rd. Jelly Ridge is 4th. EDU, and again another one to watch. He's proved that he can definitely keep up on this kind of track. He might surprise a few people. Like, he's just moved down to 6th, so Jelly Ridge is 5th. 4th, so Matthew Lambert, so just a filler for tonight, has taken 2nd. Got a couple fillers in tonight, so We Don't Belong Here moving on to 7th at the moment. So MLB 197, actually a friend of Ollie Pidgley, so it'll be interesting to see how he does tonight. At the moment, he's in the garage. He's not using his track time at the moment. Oldie in 9th. So we've still got Jim with his last lap being his best as well, 131.6. So we'll see if anyone can improve on that. So a couple of different ways to watch this. If you're watching on Facebook, give it a share. If you watch on YouTube, give it a like and do subscribe to the channel. As always, comment, let us know where you're watching from as well. So tables as it stands at the moment, just read it out. So we've got rsjim, who we're currently watching. He's leading the way with 135 points. We've got Cam, 123 Diz, and second with 123. FLT Gonze, who has shown great potential, but he's missed a couple of races, so he's down with 90 in 3rd with 97 points. Scooby G with 91, and FRT Glazing with 88. FRT Holtman with 83. EDU Pro Driver, who started off quite slow, but over the last sort of few, say 3 or 4 races, he's really shown potential, that lad. So he's out in, where was it, 7th with 67th, but I really feel that with the way he's driving at the moment, he could have been a lot higher if he'd entered it. But as always, you've got to get used to the car, you've got to get used to the game and how it feels, and obviously the people that race around you. So, you know, Clio Cup will definitely return in season 9 for Next Gen. So, you know, he'll be back and he'll be fighting. I'm sure he'll be one of the top few to watch as well. FRT Navcomen in 8th with 65. Lee W07 in 9th with 64, and then FRT Jelly Ridges 58th, in 10th with 58 points, and Amiga Double Done just outside of the top 10 with 54. Ollie in 12th with 47, and then a couple of fillers there. FRT Sanjoro 39 and 13th. 14th is Blue Gobi with 28. 15th Greener Army 2009 with 25, and 16th is Reach the Star with 15 points. So a couple of fillers that scored points there as well. But really all eyes on rsjim. You know, Cam, let's just see where Cam is at the moment. So Cam on 4th. He's really the one that can steal this championship from rsjim at the moment. But he's going to need to work hard. Oulton Park is not a track that's very easy to take over. There is a couple of overtaking opportunities, especially here on Deersley. Just can't prove there. If you get a bad run out of corner, and you're just behind someone, you can definitely overtake on that. So there's a couple of overtaking spots, but you do have to pick them wisely on this track. So Matthew Lambert is just a filler. So technically, Jelly Ridge is in 2nd. So Matthew Lambert scoring points. Jelly Ridge is turning into a lawnmower there. I think that is... No, it's not Matthew Lambert. So we've got a couple of people using the same liveries. So we'll stick with Cam just for the time being. We'll go on board with him. So heavy braking at Island Hairpin. Over Hilltop. It's down to the chicane. Oh, and be careful of those curbs. Oh, very close to the tyre barrier there. I think the game is very lenient on that part. I think in the real world you need to be careful about how much of the AstroTurf you use. The game's slightly more lenient than it is in real life. So approaching the final corner now. So heavy brakes. Deersley, don't think he's going to be improving on his time. He has been pushed down to 5th. So we'll just check how it's going on. So he has moved up to 4th though. So Amiga Double Dump running really well in 2nd place at the moment. We're just outside the 131. Jim has reached the 131. So we'll stay with Amiga just for the time being. We'll go on board, just see how he attacks it slightly differently than Cam. So downshifting to get as much speed through the corner as possible. So EDU just up in front there as well. Oh, I was just about to say the words. Nice to see Amiga back on winning form. That would have spoken much too soon, but huge impact to the tyres there. Damage is off. If you have watched this before, you'll have heard me say this, but damage is off. It is on stock setup for the cars. Gary's just easing back on, letting traffic go past. He knows he's not going to get a quick lap time, but he's carrying on. There's no point retiring to the pits. There's no damage, there's no fuel, no tyre wear. You're just going to have to do another lap. He's literally... Oh, Ollie coming very close to him there, though. Ollie's kicking up a lot of dirt and grass. So, guys, really pushing for it. Cam has taken first with a 1:31.4. Would have been nice to be on board with his potential pole winning lap. Really nice time from Cam. Let's have a look down the table. So we've got MLB 197. So using the same library as Cam at the moment. Some of the real life friends of Ollie Pidgley said that he has done a lot of iRacing. He's now moved on onto Project Cars as well. I'm sure many agree iRacing is Great game. So he's moved up to 13th now as well. I think we'll see him chip away at his time as he gets a feel for the drivers and the cars. I'm sure he've had a little bit of practice. But through word of mouth, he's definitely sounds like he's got the pace to contend. So another fella we don't belong here. I'm down at 12th at the moment. Slight lock up on the brakes there. So we'll get back to the top. So Jim's in the pits. Might be having a little break. There is no change to the car that you can be making. Cam will be... Oh, 2 wheels there from Cam. Lovely. He'll be pushing hard, try and improve as much as he can. Try and make it as hard for Jim to get out. He does feel if he can get in front of Jim, he might be able to hold him off. But this is just what Cam needs. Ideally, he needs Cam to drop a few more places as well. So let's have a look at your times at the moment. So we've got Cam 1:31.4, Jim just behind with a 1:31.6. They're into 1:32s with Amiga, who's just outside the 1:31s, and right behind him is Matthew Lambert. Oulton with a great time of 1:32.2 there as well. A lot of people in the 1:32. So looking at the grid, it's pretty close, to be fair. From first to last, I think there's so just 14 races at the moment, so just 6 seconds separating at the moment. LB now moved up to 10th for 1:33.5. So EDU down in 7th, 1:32.6. So we'll see if he can improve on this lap. Let's have a look at his timings coming through. So we're arriving at sector 2 in just a little bit. Looked like he took that section of the track nicely. So he's on 29.4. So I mean, just looking at the other times, it looks quite good compared to the others. So rsjim is now back out on track. So we're going to see EDU move up a little bit here. He crosses the line. He improves. It's not enough to move up, but he does reduce the deficit. So Amiga's going back out on track. Shown potential, but with the races, when it has started, it's always been involved in some kind of incident. This is just letting the back marks go. A little flash of the lights to say thank you, and on the guys go. So who was that? That's Blue Goby. Looks like he's on a bit of a flyer at the moment. Let's see if Blue Goby can improve. So just over 10 minutes left of this qualifying session. See Amiga there swerving. I'll get some heat in his tires. Oh, Amiga's lost it. That's on his outlap anyway, so will affect his time. He wouldn't have been classified anyway. Oh, getting sideways there. filling the air in this Cheshire circuit with tyre smoke, so he definitely won't be getting provisional pole on this lap. Goes through Deer's Leap, across the line. Don't think we're going to see him improve. No, it was a 1:33.7. So we'll stick with Jim. I think this is an out lap for Jim. Oh no, this could be his time lap. So he's just outside of his best time of a 1:31.7. So we'll stick with Jim on here. We'll go on board. Just over 10 minutes left now, just hitting the 10-minute marker left of this qualifying session. So as I mentioned, all cars on stock setup, so it's literally just trying to keep heat in the back tyres, which is one of the biggest, the most difficult challenges that you've got with these cars on stock setup. So he approaches the chicane. Nicely done. Could be a good lap here. Is it enough to knock Cam off the top spot? We'll find out in 3 corners. So, braking for Lodge, down to Deer's Leap. Comes across the finish line. Doesn't improve, it's a 1:30, just over a 1:32. So we've got Cam on track as well. He's just outside of his best time as well there, 1:31.6. Just outside of Jim's current best time as well. So both these lads pushing very hard. Zelleridge is struggling there. Car going off. So on board with Amiga now. Oh, close to the air. Clips the tyres there. That is not going to get you a fastest lap by doing that. So EDU still in 7th as well. Oh, might be an outlap for him at the moment, taking that corner very slow. So 7.5 minutes left. If you're going to do something now, you need to do it now, boys. So Jim just coming to pass the line. Stays in 2nd. But he does improve on his time very, very slightly. So he's edging ever so closer to Cam. Cam well out of his time there. Now he won't know that Jim's improved on his time because he's out on track to bring up the timing boards. You need to pause, so he won't know that Jim is edging closer, but he'll have a feeling that he might be, so he just needs to keep pushing. I'm just going to send out an invite, it won't be long. So Jim is just in front of Cam. Is Jim gonna take pole now? Let's see. No, he's a bit slower than his fast lap. Amiga's moved up to first though. He's now broke into the 31s. So Cam coming over the line. Is he going to improve? He doesn't. Blue Gobi's now moved into third. It's a fantastic time from him. He's pushed himself well up the table with that lap. Scooby G has gone to the pits. I think feels like he's done all he can. So now live on Facebook streams as well. So if you are watching on Facebook, let us know where you are watching from in the comments. So this is round 9 of the Ollie Pidgley Clio Cup from Oulton Park, using the island layout of the circuit. Good evening if you have just joined us. So this is round 9 of the Ollie Pidgley Clio Cup. So we've got just under 4 minutes left to go. Cam has managed to hold on at the moment. Has Jim got enough to steal that? Amiga has moved back into third as well, so a bit of battle going in between him and Blue Gobi. Very similar times from these two boys. Sounding like someone making contact with the fence there. So let's see if Jim can improve. He's pushing that little Clio as hard as he can. Oh, he's just outside of his best time. Here comes Cam. It's going to have to be a near perfect lap to improve on it. No. He's obviously had a bit of an off. And that one, 1:34, so he's well out of his time there. So some really decent times coming through the whole field tonight. Just under 7 seconds really separating first to last place. So Philip Fraser has joined the ranks as well. I don't know if he's going to have time to get a lap in. Might be have to start from the back. Oh, Jella Ridges has taken second there for 1:31.5. He's now in the pits. Jim's in the pits. So can Cam improve? You know, that's what Cam wants. He wants something in between him and Jim just to make it that little bit harder. So Jim hopefully has a bit more of a challenge to get past him on lap 1. It's all about getting the start right on these cars. Get it wrong and it takes them a bit to get it fired up. Get it right though and these will shoot off like a rocket. It's just over 20 seconds left to go. So we've got a few that are out on track. I don't think we're going to see anyone. Challenge, where did Fraser? Fraser got himself up to 12th there as well, so he set a time. He's only had sort of 1 lap to do it though, so tyres would have been cold as well. So Cam gets his provisional pole. Can he get full race points tonight? Stick with us. We've got a 5-minute warm-up session after this, and then half an hour of non-stop Clio Cup action. Hosted by Next Gen Racing Leagues in association with Ollie Pidgley Racing. So is anyone using this time? Let's get out. So Fraser. So late into the qualifying session. So we'll be wanting just a little bit more track time. Just find where you can push the car. EDU's out there as well. I think it's... We don't belong here. Yeah, it's out. Almost looks like the Adam Morgan Mercedes Mag Tools livery, that does. So not much action. Jim's going out on track as well again. Maybe just find out where he can maybe push it a little bit more. Obviously the times that people post here don't affect the start grid or the race. This is literally just to get some extra time on the track. So I'll leave the screen on with Fraser and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, thank you very much for your patience there. So just before the race starts, obviously this week has had some tragic happenings going on in the UK. I won't talk about them too much, as the people that took out the atrocious attacks in Manchester, I don't think deserve any more limelight than what they've already had. All I want to say is all thoughts out from everyone at Next Gen, and I'm sure Ollie Pidgley Racing as well, go out to all the families and people who've been affected by the happenings in Manchester and of course across the world from these absolute idiots, where people just want to have fun. Unfortunately, I just try and stop that from happening. But again, all thoughts go out to anyone affected in the Manchester attacks that happened recently as well. So EDU just parked up at the moment, just admiring the view of the gorgeous Oulton Park circuit that's located in Cheshire. And if you haven't been to Oulton Park, especially for like a touring car meeting where the Clio Cups go, I'd definitely recommend it. It's a great day out, loads of stuff to do, loads of stuff going on, loads of like-minded people are just there just for a good time. So definitely get down. rsjim there, going through the chicane. Let's see what times I've got posted at the moment. So Fraser 1:32.8. It's not a bad time. Of course, cold tyres. Tyres will take a couple of laps to get sort of, when you're sort of going on your out laps, get heat. Obviously, when the race starts, they are set to optimal race temperature. But it's keeping them at that temperature, which is the real problem in these cars, especially on the rears. So not much happening out on track in this warm-up. Everyone's choosing to stay, get a drink or something like that. So just over 30 seconds left, and then it's half an hour racing around the circuit. So we should get about 17, 18 laps. Oh, Fraser almost getting sideways there. So yeah, I should get about 17, 18 laps out of these little cars. And he goes off into the dirt. That looks so much like the Mag Tools Mercedes livery. So that's the end of the session. So sit down and buckle up. If the last few rounds that we've witnessed anything to go by, especially with Oulton Park, it being the type of circuit that it is, we're going to be treated to some bumper to bumper action today. So if you've never watched one of our races before, we'll join the track. And it's taken a while to join the race. Have we got a game freeze? I mean, the sound on the game is still going. I don't want to leave. Oh dear, it looks like the game has froze. Yeah, reports and messages coming in now. Game's frozen. I'm just going to speak to the host. So just say, is it going to be a restart? Is it going to be a cancelled race? And then start it. You know, rerun it next week. So I'm just going to see if it's going to be put off till next week, or if we do a new round, have a 10-minute qualifying session, see what's going to happen. It does look like there's definitely going to be a restart tonight. Apologies about this if you are watching. We'll get the action started as soon as possible. Yeah, people are leaving, so yeah, so what's going to happen is there's going to be a restart. There's going to be a 10-minute qualified shootout. So it's literally get out on track, get the times done. You know, apologies about this. Sometimes bugs happen. You know, shit happens in real life, to be fair. Races can get red flagged and stuff like that. Things can go wrong with cars in real life and that. It's just part and parcel of how it works. But we can work around it. It's not a big problem. So what I'll do, the host will just be setting up a new room now. So stay with us. We'll get the action underway again as quickly as we can. Just take a couple of minutes just to get the room set up, invite sent out. But yeah, 10-minute, all it'll be a 10-minute qualifying session. There won't be any warm-up, hopefully. It'll be 10 minutes and then straight into the race. So it's just going to extend our race coverage tonight by approximately 20 minutes. Just an extended coverage for you. Hopefully it won't happen again. So just waiting for the invites to come out. Sadly, one of those things that does happen in Project Cars more than some other games. Invite has just come through. So I'm sure Matt will tell people that it's a session. Let's help him out by throwing some invites for him. So if you're just joining now, slight technical issue. For some reason the game froze after the warm-up session going into the race. So what will happen, we'll have a 10-minute qualifying and then straight into a 30-minute race. So it will be a shootout. What will happen is Cam 123 will be awarded his bonus point for pole in the original qualifying, and then whoever gets it here as well will be awarded the pole as well. So if he can get pole again, it'll be, you know, a nice little extra point, which every little point is needed in this. So we're just chatting people now, just getting people back in. For 10 minutes, we want to just try and make sure that everyone that was in is back with us. Just working for MLB 197. I mean, I've got on my screen, I've got Fraser that's looking like he's got a bad connection. There he is, he's in now, he's just joined. So here we go, 10-minute shootout. This is going to be absolutely non-stop. Track is going to be very traffic heavy. hopefully it will be incident free. Unfortunately, it is one of them where when you have a 10-minute shootout, you know, it gets people going. You know, good luck to Cam. Hopefully we'll be able to get back on. Hi, so just reading the comments now. Sorry, in the YouTube chat. So Clio Man 197, how would you join? Is this on the PS4? So yes, this is only on PS4. It's not on Xbox. If you find us on the group, it's you can find us on Facebook. It's Next Gen Racing Leagues Community. I'll just comment now. Okay, so let's have a quick watch. So everyone done the route lap. So where's Cam? There he is. So he's just finishing his out lap now. Anyone put any sector times in yet? Just scrolling up and down. Sorry about the back and forward. Lots of dust getting kicked up. So we've got people. I think it's Fraser that's out first as well. Matt Lambert is the first to be putting times in here. Fraser, no, Blue Gobi at the moment looking like he is the was going to be the quickest. So we've got Facebook support coming in for We Don't Belong Here. Renee Lee, welcome to the chat, Amy. So if you're watching on Facebook, oh, it's Amiga there who's in the fence. Really need to get back on track, get these laps in. They've only got 10 minutes to do it. Need to push as hard as they can, but not push the cards too hard. Fraser's still his out lap, so we've got Fraser who's taken pole. Matthew Lambert coming in second as well. As time's coming in now, just places chopping and changing. Glazing, take it. Cam has got into first with just over a 132. We know we can do slightly better than that. rsjim's got a 132.7 at the moment. This is just going to be places chopping and changing all over the place now. Oldie's in 5th. EW 6th. EDU in 7th. So I think that's where he was in the last race as well. I think we've just seen Jelleridge move up to 5th there. Pushed a few people down the pecking order. So just over 5 minutes left. Is Cam going to be able to hold on? So Amy, sorry to say, we don't belong here, is down in 15th at the moment. He's still yet to set a time. MLB in 10th. I think that's pretty much where he was on the last race as well. Fraser's definitely benefited from this. He's in 2nd. Doesn't improve on his time. So Jim's just coming up to Lodge corner now. He's been pushed down to 6th. EDU's moved into 2nd. That's a great time from him. Is Jim going to improve on his time now? He does. Moves back into 2nd with a 1:32.1. Cam with a 1:31.4. I think he's actually got a better time than in the previous qualifying session. So Cam absolutely on fire tonight. Just to the YouTube chat, Clio Man 197. If no one does after this event, I'll go into the group and I'll accept the request for you to join, mate. But don't worry, if I don't, one of the other admin will. But you'll be accepted tonight at some point anyway. So Amiga's moved into 2nd there as well. Jim is where he was in the last qualifying session in 3rd. So Amiga with a good time of 1:32. He did manage to break into the 1:31s on the last one. Don't know if he's going to be able to do it again in this shorter space of time. I'll try and catch as much of the action. We don't belong here now into 13th. It's pushed MLB 197 down to 14th. Scooby G's in 11th. Fraser's down in 5th. EDU doing really well in 4th. He's moved up to 2nd again, 1:31.9. So he's, as I was saying, sort of in the previous session there, he's showing that he can do it. Oh, Jim has now taken provisional pole for 1:31.4. I pretty much think that has cemented him in the first spot. Cam is going to be absolutely gutted about this. The first race, the first qualifying session before we had the connection error, is ideally what he wanted. Him in first place, Jim a couple of spaces behind him. The way it is at the moment, Cam is going to have to find a way past Jim on this very, very tight Oulton Park circuit. It's very technical. He's got traffic in his way, but again, everyone's fighting for the times. You can't just expect people just to move over like you can when you've got half an hour. People will be on their hot laps as well. I think that's Oldie getting sideways. Gets out onto the grass. Just over 2 minutes left. Can Cam get his pole position back? I think with that traffic he might have been held up a little bit there. Don't think we're going to see him. He does, he gets it back. 1:31.3. This is a real battle between him and Jim, but EDU could upset a few people here as well. His lap was his best lap as well, so he's looks like he's improving. There's just enough time here for him to put another lap. I think Jim's might have enough time to put another lap. Cam he's said he can't do any more than that, so he's in the pit. So he's just going to be watching now. rsjim, EDU, maybe even Amiga at the moment as well. Looking at the times, these are definitely closest. I don't think Amiga's got enough left to put in another lap. EDU and rsjim definitely have. So we'll stick on board with EDU. He's going to be the first of these two to pass the finish line. Using that AstroTurf as much as he can. He comes through Knickerbrook. So one of the fastest corners on the track. Under the bridge. Breaks into Lodge. So is he going to improve on his time? He doesn't, stays in third. Looks like Jim is in the pits as well. Nothing he could have done. Oh, looks like Jim might be, or Amiga might be able to get a lap. It's going to be right. This is going right down to the timer. 3, 2, 1. He got into 4th. Did he move up? I'm not sure if that counted his lap time or not. That was a great little battle, that. Last 10 minutes of the race. So now we're into 30, hopefully 30 minutes of racing. Hopefully it won't smack. Oh, it's done it. Thought we had another connection issue there as well. So once the lights go green, we will join the action. So Jim sneaks up into first. Cam on the outside of cars all over the place. It looks like everyone gets through cleanly though. Cars 2 abreast, 3 abreast. There's battles going on everywhere. Blue Goby and Scooby fighting for positions here. Heavy braking, Blue Goby. Oh, does well to avoid anyone. Gets pushed a little bit wide there, but again, look at this. There's just Clios everywhere on the track. So on board with rsjim at the moment. Cam pulling away from him a little bit here. Oh, going out very wide there off the AstroTurf Cam. rsjim in 3rd, Amiga 4th, Scooby 5th, followed by Glazon. Matthew Lambert is right on his tail there as well. And Fraser's just watching all this unfold in front of him. Matthew Lambert does a great little move there. I think that might have been a lock-up by Glazon, which just allowed Matthew Lambert and Fraser just to pass there as well. So he's left the door right open for them. And he can't do much about it. We don't belong here. Down in 9th. And he's got Oulton, who's just behind him there as well. Lee W07 and Blue Goby. An absolute train of cars all fighting. And that's just for 9th place. Great little battle here. Against someone. Jelleridge's going off wide there as well. Green Army. Let's get back to the front. So we've got Cam. He's making a decent lead on Jim. So yeah, the real battles at the moment. So Glazon making his way past Matthew Lambert. Oh, slides off into the side of Glazon. Absolutely nothing to do. He was just a passenger in that. Hit the grass and the car just went off. Might have got a penalty there as well. So unfortunately, just have to watch everyone go off. So that one little error, unfortunately, has cost him dearly. On board with Lee W07 now. Oh, there's contact there as well. Oh, we don't belong here. And Blue Goby. Both get caught up and both suffer. Jelleridge's goes through. You know, this is what Pot brings. Oldie almost locking up there. MLB is going to make a great little run here. Definitely traded some paintwork there as well. But as they say, rubbing is racing. This makes an awesome little move through the corner. And he does it. He's through, but he's got a Clio to the left, a Clio to the right. Oh, and unfortunately, it's just made the contact. And that's what's going to happen when you've got 3 through. Ideally, what he needs to do, though, is cause the contact. He might not know the group rules because he's caused the contact. He ideally just needs to slow down, let the others through. But I think one of them was Lee W07 that was involved in that as well. You know, you've got a car to the left, a car to the right. It's probably going to be one of those things where it's going to end up in tragedy. You know, if you are that close, it's a real shame. We don't want to see it. We want to see some close racing. But I mean, when it's that close, you know, sometimes it can end in tears. We've got a battle for third going on at the moment. So EDU has got RS, Amiga Double Done, Scooby G, and Fraser in tow. So Fraser, watching these guys in front, he's ready to pounce if anything happens and gets an opportunity to have a pass. So Cam has now got rsjim right on his tail as well. So we've got now a battle for first. Jim will notice that the guys coached up from behind, so be wanting to try and get past Cam as quick as he can. And you can see EDU there is not a million miles away. EDU will be pushing. Of course, snake through the chicane. Oh, both cars pushing hard there. Jim looks like he's got a good run at him. Snake's left, tries to do the dummy. He might have it. He's definitely got him here. Jim is going to go into first. Can Cam get the swing back on him? Oh, a little bit of a contact. Oh, there's contact. He's going to slow and let Jim go past, but ED was definitely going to capitalise on this. I think a few of the others are as well. Amiga, Scooby goes through. Not enough for Fraser to get past. He has got past Cam though. So Cam, you know, did the honourable thing. Get a little bit of contact, pushed him into the wall, slowed down. And EDU absolutely loving this, gets into first place. Now Amiga's got the difficult job of holding off these four. And Jim is trying to find... Oh, thinks about the snapback there as well. He's going to lose some places here. Might have had a little bit of a lock up there as well. So Scooby's now found a way past. Who wants to keep hold of the position? All the cars trailing through there. So EDU just needs to keep his cool now. I mean, we were saying that, you know, Oulton Park, it was definitely going to provide us with some bumper-to-bumper action. I didn't know it was going to be actually literally people touching bumper-to-bumper. Jim's going to... Oh, gets two wheels there as well. And that's Cam getting past him. So left the door open. Cam went for the line. There's nothing he could do about it. But Jim is going to have the inside line for Old Hall here. No, slotted in behind Cam. Cam's got some good pace tonight. Oh, but Jim's definitely going to... Is Jim going to be able to get in front there as well? He does. So on board with Scooby now. He's got Amiga just in front. And first place is not a million miles away as we've seen tonight. Anything can happen. EDU braking very, very heavy there as well. The gap between him and Amiga has drastically reduced. As we see a line of Clio cars all coming in. Jim is definitely on the attack there as well. He's definitely letting his presence known. Oh, it looks like EDU's got a penalty. And all the positions swap again. Does anyone want this first place? Can anyone hold on to this first place? And there's still over 20 minutes left to go of this race. Scooby getting almost as close as you can. Cam almost getting on 2 wheels there as well. So we're on board with Scooby Easy. Tries to do the dummy. Amiga is having none of it. Holds the inside line. Jim is following this as close as he can. See there, Scooby trying to force Jim to change it, trying to force Amiga to change his line. Amiga's just not having it. Amiga's too experienced. It's nice to see Amiga back in battling form. He has suffered for the last couple of rounds. Oh, that was very, very brave. I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say. You know, maybe a bit too pushy from Scooby there. Maybe went in a bit too heavy. In my opinion, should be giving the place back. And there's pushing and shoving going on with Amiga and Fraser. This so close, and FRT Glazing is watching all this unfold as well. You know, he's got to enter the battlefield. And we've got We Don't Belong Here, and MLB, and Lee W. Oh, again, more side contact coming out of Island Bend. And Lee W gets through there as well. So up with the front pack now. So we've got rsjim, who's now out in first place, and Cam in second. Can Jim hold it? Can Jim keep the place? I mean, Jim's definitely one of them that, under pressure, can keep his cool. And unfortunately for Cam, he's got to try and attack, and, you know, Scooby is showing that he's got pace tonight as well. So he's going to have to be careful of them that are just behind. Fraser and Amiga. I'm going to battle here as well. Amiga's going to think about going up the inside. Fraser goes off there. And Glazing is now through. Fraser can't do anything but watch them disappear over Hilltop. So on board with EDU watching. Amiga in the white, Scooby in the yellow. Oh, and he's locked up. The car spins around. And there goes Fraser past. Is he going to be able to catch up again? I'm not so sure. Scooby really putting on the pressure on Amiga there. So a little bit of a gap between Jim and Cam. Nothing at all between Scooby and Amiga. Time for a drink. So down at the rear of the pack, got Lee W. will be wanting to get past. You probably feel that the incident at Old Hall, you know, in fairness, it was definitely a racing incident. I don't think anyone was to blame. It was, you know, 3 cars wide going into that corner. Something's going to give, unfortunately, and it did. Oh, that's... So Lee W, as what we've just seen there, is so a little bit aggressive, went into the back of him just as a way of apologising, slow down, just let them back in front, and then let the race continue. So that's, you know, sometimes things are going to happen. It doesn't really happen in the real world, although in touring cars they've recently changed that if you do cause an incident, as long as you give the place back by the end of the lap, then there's, you know, that's the main thing. So similar to that. But we've been pretty much running that for the last 2 years, that rule. I think that's the general rule in sim racing. If you feel that it's something that you've done, just slow, give them a place back. It's just a way to do it. So just under 16 minutes left to go now in the race, and we see gaps are starting to form now. So Greener Army down in 14th. Ollie W maybe trying to think about it here. We don't belong here. He obviously knows he's there. Ollie W trying to make his way through. Oh, again has to brake heavy. He's probably able to take that corner a bit more fast than We Don't Belong Here, but he's just unable to get past him for that. Oh, I think he's going to be able to do it here, though. No, We Don't Belong Here. Able to... Yeah, that's through. I don't know if that's a penalty that We Don't Belong Here has got. Not quite sure what's happened there. Might have been a technical issue, but it did suddenly just come to a stop. But Lee W is not going to hold up and wait. MLB 197 running in 11th. So let's have a look at the fastest times at the moment. So looks like Cam with a 139, and he's now back on the tail of rsjim as well. So definitely not over for the fight. Is Cam going to be able to get in front though? Braking as late as he can. Avoids any contact, but that was a definitely hold your breath and wish for the best moment. Jim would have seen that little Clio started looking very, very big in his mirrors. Cam making it. Presence very known. Whichever mirror Jim looked at there, you would have seen a yellow and black Clio. But Jim can handle it. I don't think we'll see any schoolboy errors from Jim, but it's not impossible. It has happened before. But it's one of those things you definitely can't dummy rsjim into a corner. He's not going to fall for tricks like that. But Cam is now right on this. So Cam is definitely finding some pace tonight. Moves into first, goes down second. Yeah, it's forced wide there. Jim playing a very, very good game tonight. Is not going to make it easy for Cam at all. And this is what we want. This is a battle for third as well. We've got Amiga in the white, Scooby G, and FRT Glazing is now back with him as well. There's that little bit of a touch from Scooby there. There's no advantage gained. So Jim's still able to hold on. Well, this is the part of the track where... Oh, both cars tracing the same line there as well. This is the part of the track where we did see Cam get some decent pace. And he is right on the tail of Jim there as well. See Cam using the curbs there. Jim choosing not to. Both taking exactly the same line. Do need to be careful about using too much of that AstroTurf, or they will get a penalty. Jim not budging. Solid as a rock. Holds his line. And he is making this as difficult as he can for Cam. He is saying, if you want this, son, you go for it, but you ain't going to get past me that easy. So no change for third. Easy after that unfortunate lock up before. Spun the car around. He's still down in 7th. A little bit lonely for the few at the back. And unfortunately we don't belong here. Down in 13th. But pushing on. You never know. There could be an incident up in front. Let everyone catch up. Oh, looks like EDU with a penalty there as well. He's going to lose a couple of places. Looks like Oldie's going to be able to gain on it as well. And he falls down to 9th. And he was up in first at one point. Unfortunately, Oulton Parker's not been the luckiest track for him. So Glazen's still trying to find a way past Scooby. Is he going to be able to do it by the end of the next lap? Just under 10 minutes left to go now. So quick downshift there. So, oh, Gary Omega double done, almost going all around that corner on 2 wheels. Oh, and Omega has made a drastic mistake there. He is now going to lose those 2 places and slots into 5th. Fraser too far behind to capitalise on the mistake. We've still got Cam down in 2nd, trying to find his way past Jim. This looking like it's Cam's best section of the track to do it, though. This is where it's looking like he's got the pace to do it. He's just struggling to find a gap to get past Jim. Jim making that little Clio as wide as he can make it. He's right on the bumper there. Cam just holding his line. He's not bothered going to try and pull a dummy. Oh, getting a little bit wobbly there. So any mistake was corrected, but that has slightly let, I was going to say, Jim take a bit of a lead, but I was going to say whatever little gap it did increase, Cam has managed to eat away at it. As Cam got the pace, I'm not so sure. Jim is just doing enough just to hold Cam at bay. Oh, very close to the tyres there as well, but gets a great run through the chicane, Cam. But you're never going to be able to overtake on that part. This is bumper to bumper action now. Very, very clean racing there by Cam. No contact whatsoever. Oh, Jim gets wide. It's allowed Cam to catch right back up. Just look how close that is. That is exceptionally close racing. Jim taking an awesome defensive line through Old Hall corner. Oh, again, Cam almost losing it, but managed to snap the car back in. And Scooby's got Glazing just behind him, Amiga just behind them. Glazing moving out, possibly see his brake marker, could have been trying to pull the dummy, but Scooby isn't going to fall for that. So I had one retirement of FLT Jello Ridges. Bit lonely down the bottom of the field. So I'll stick with the front two at the moment. Just over 5 minutes calm. If you're going to do anything, you need to do it soon. But just know it's been, I don't know, I just can't see if Cam's going to get past. I think this will be one of the best finishes for Scooby for a few weeks as well. Nice to see him on a podium after a break from there. But FRT Glazing got some great pace on him there, but he is on the outside for the corner. I think Amiga is now side by side, is he? No, he slots back in. Again, it's find your place on the track and keep it. But there's so many places where you can try and overtake, but it's just such a difficult track to overtake on at times. This is probably one of the better sections of the track to overtake. It's quite a fast part of the track. I think we're going to see Amiga capitalise on that. Glazing just took the corner quite wide. So Amiga, and he's going to have the inside line for Old Hall as well. Oh no, FRT Glazing managed to do it on the outside as well. What a fantastic little drive from the FRT guy there. Oh, Cam has managed to get into first as well. But this is side by side. So I'm not sure what happened. Now Jim's got the inside. Oh, there's a little bit of rear contact there as well, but you know, Jim wouldn't have took it. He would have slowed down and given it back. Again, side by side. Cam going full whack on the outside. Managed to hold on for first. Jim's got enough to stop him from moving over. No, he does. He manages to block. He manages to defend. Jim managed to force through. So Cam now back in second, but has got the inside here. Cam gets back into first. Jim gets back into first. Slots in. Oof. These two. I mean, Jim does not want to... Oh, it looks like we could have a... Not sure what happened there, but Cam did really slow down. I think Jim, just in respect, is just slowing down, just letting him catch up. I think Jim's just enjoying the racing too much to just drive off. So yeah, he's allowed Cam to catch up. I'm not sure what happened there. Whether it's a technical issue, I can't see where he would have got a penalty. Maybe he has had a wheel disconnect or something. Just under a minute left to go now. So I think Jim might have this. There's going to be one more lap in this So he comes across the line. This will be the final lap of the race. I think Cam will be kicking himself. I think he probably feels that he should have had first. There's been so much action in tonight's race. We did say Oulton Park was going to be one of those tracks that proved to be full of things to talk about. So sorry, I was just wondering what happened to Amiga there. He went very, very wide. Oh, last lap battle here as well for EDU. Oh, and EDU goes off there. Not entirely sure if that was a little bit of lag or something. Not really too sure. So we don't belong here. Yeah, I might take over now for him. Let's cross the line, but that is race over. So I'll be in 10th. So rsjim is going to take the win. So I think we'll see as usual. Flashing of the lights. Celebrates his win. So Cam gets second. Scooby back on winning form. With the last spot on the podium. FRT Glazing takes 4th. Amiga back up there with the front runners in 5th. Fraser 6th. Matthew Lambert takes 7th. So 2 fillers. Blue Goby there in 8th. 9th Oulton. And we've got our last battle. Oh, EDU started off so well, but unfortunately it's just a few incidents from him throughout the race. So EDU will finish 11th. Lee W is going to take 12th. We don't belong here 13th. And Greener Army 14th. So there's your final standings for the race. So that was round 9 of the Clio Cup in association with Ollie Pidgley Racing, brought to you and hosted by Next Gen Racing Leagues. If you are new to watch this on YouTube, do subscribe and like the video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll be back next Saturday for round 10. So at 8:30. Hopefully no technical issues next weekend. If you're watching this on Facebook, give the video a share as well. Join our Facebook group, Next Gen Racing Leagues community, to keep up to date with all the goings on at Next Gen. It's not just Clio Cup racing that we do. We do GT3, Group A, Seto Corsa. We've now started doing as well, and our private lobbies are in. Season 9 is coming towards the end of July. So loads of races still going on. It's too many to mention. There's too much stuff. There's chances to win DTM tickets. We've got all sort of competitions going and prizes, all for free. Just come to get involved in the group and get involved in some PS4 sim racing in the best place for it, which is Next Gen. So thank you very much. Thank you very much all for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.